with the Roman Reigns. Let's see if they're able to rekindle that magic here of Pugsy and Wubz. See if they can take out Zen and Walshy.
All right, I'm excited to see it. They have like some very similar dynamics in their composition, but also a little different. I'm excited to see how it all shakes out here, see how comfortable they feel, or kind of get into that comfortable swing of things here in game one.
Yeah, it's hard to be comfortable when you're staring down axe and an axe. When you have double axe on the other side of the stage, like, well, any mistake we make might put us deep in the orange. And that's kind of how things have started here. Well, of course, Zen and Walshy, they have plenty of combo starters themselves, so all they need is for one of them to overextend just a little bit. That's what they tried to do. Pugsy looking for an attempt to maybe sneak one out away from Zen.
Ooh, all right, big pickup, nice response too. A little advantageous for red team here as they have the footing and the weapons right now. And a big swing from Wubz. And another one? Unbelievable. I mean, that's kind of what you sign up for as Wubz when you're playing with the Taros, but like, still, love to see it.
And KO power is there. We've seen a lot of hammer over this weekend across all regions, really. And Wubz showing exactly why that still works here. Pugsy's going to fall. See if Wubz is able to get around the pressure on stage. No, instead they just choose the box with Pugsy, who's kind of very well positioned underneath that soft platform.
Yeah, kind of hanging out. Back to neutral, can and hit. Gotta be worried about as well, but still pretty early in terms of damage on that stock as well. But oh my goodness, still going for another big hit. Wubz holding on to this one though.
And Zen making the smart choice of weapon tossing down towards Wubz, saying, I'm not trying to go deal with that. I'm not trying to get pulled off stage by Hammer. You got it. And their target of choice has, for the most part, been Pugsy. It just hasn't been working for them so far here in the second stock. But they do finally get rid of Wubz, and Pugsy will finally fall, so it did end up working out after all.
Nice, really good extended pressure there over on the side of the stage. But what a pickup right there. Did not even see that big hitbox coming over towards Walshy, but I mean, it looks like Walshy wasn't ready for you.
Walshy, I mean, at least for Walshy, you always have the consistency of wherever you are, you can pretty much line something up for Zen with Val, so probably not too scared about even in being in a poor position, because you send a dare back in, you're going to be good. Zen able to get back on, relatively safe, but one stray side air from the side of the stage will probably do it, and Zen actually navigated around him.
Yeah, you can tell that, I mean, red team was definitely thinking about it too, but Zen had some really good defensive options, now striking back, but still, really good creative option, and I was going to say, good defensive option from red team too, but Zen still finds a way to land that hit. That is huge in terms of shifting the momentum in blue team's favor.
Yeah, they were able to get rid of Pugsy, so now they have so much opportunity to get rid of Wubz right here. Wubz does still very much have a chance to try and win, but the big thing is you want to try and hopefully get at least one before you dip away from that second stock, and now he's got to deal with a 2v1 at low damage. They could get those team follow-ups if they need them.
Yeah, it's going to be tough right now. A lot of good coverage right there. This could be an opportunity, though. Well, they don't have two members on the stage. Really good idea there, going with the recovery, and now we have the hammer. This could be exactly what the gang was looking for. All those red team fans looking for that good old-fashioned, big old knockback.
It can still happen, very much so. Well, she's got to play around Wubz, which is exactly what's been happening. You put Zen up in the front line, make sure that you keep Walshy safe for that team follow-up. They miss out on the side here, though.
Oh, okay, looking for a dodge up. Oh, okay, I like all these ideas, but Wubz is just not giving up any of these mistakes. Playing pretty well right now. Elusive, as always.
And Walshy was in position for that GCD Light follow-up, too, if they were able to get it, but Wubz is just refusing to get hit by a combo ender or a KO option. Just nothing is finding Wubz, but Wubz now being unarmed, significantly less frightening. That's going to allow you to go for that end light on the side of the stage. Not worry so much about maybe getting snatched off by that hammer. That gives them game number one.
Yeah, I really like blue team just taking it slow, not going for anything too wild, because, I mean, right when they started the 2v1 situation, right, it was just a little bit of team damage, and all of a sudden it turned a nice 2v1 edge situation into like, oh, my teammate's recovering now, and I can't really do that much to cover all of the options. So they just, decide to slow it down, take those guaranteed hits.
It always makes me laugh a little bit too when I see two people clumped up on the side. They're looking at Taros. It's like you're playing real brave for someone who was standing next to the ledge while I got hammer. Because at some point you might just get hit by that GCN sig, but because he was spending so much time making sure that he doesn't burn his defensive resources, you can't afford to make that big play, and they end up somehow walking away with it.
Yeah, I mean, they were just playing so safe And I think that was exactly the right thing to do in that situation. They're getting back to it, and both of these team comps just do so much damage. I swear we just started. They're already some shades of orange showing through.
It goes fast, very fast when you're looking at the red team, but even the blue team, like we said before, Val, so consistent, being able to line up into Zen's cannon play. And Zen was right in the middle of things too, even when behind and damaged before. So you could put that type of fear that Dare comes through, the weapon toss around, Pugsy had to dip, but just gets that wall touch to make sure that he doesn't jump up too early.
Nice, nice. Some really good pressure. Big swing there from Zen. Nice little response, though, from Wubz, trying to put some damage on and some pressure here, trying to even it back up, because right now Wubz is kind of the X factor going down with that first stock, but back-to-back for the red team. Definitely a good shift.
Yeah, Pugsy very much always solid playing a stock take type position. Something that you don't normally expect too much when you're seeing Jala. It's like, okay, you're probably going to be in the middle of the fray the whole time, trying to go for big damage, but Pugsy just very solid on defense. I like that recovery, just kind of breaking up what could have been a longer team combo. Well, blue team, they got to find at least Pugsy. There you go. Now here's a big opportunity to go after Wubz.
Oh, wow. The weapon toss is missing, though. Wubz finding a way around all of it back to the ledge, too. And just perfect spacing on that for Wubz. Dodging so many big hits, but Zen still looking for that stock.
Wubz' defense has been on point. Of course, holding on a little bit longer here. Missing out on the ground pound, though, is Pugsy.
Right, that hammer might be what red team's looking for, too. But that's just so surprising. Catching both of them in that combo, taking the stock, and now Wubz on the last one.
Wubz, I mean, one thing that does work for Wubz is that we saw it in the last game. Even when the back's up against the wall, was able to kind of clutch it out. See if we get maybe he can recreate that same success. But both the blue team are at straight hit territory to KOs, so it's not too poor for the red team right now. Right. And Wubz trying to snag him off the side of the stage. That's gonna be one. That's gonna be two, and all of a sudden things are looking much better.
Yeah, honestly, now Pugsy holding on to that second stock could be the difference maker right now. Wubz just a little bit of damage, but they are answering right back already.
Pugsy coming in with a couple side lights, just keeping it simple. Zen just looking for anything to line up. Well, there we go. Big whip punish. All right. One stock apiece.
And a big opportunity to capitalize, trying to get as much damage as they can onto Wubz, finding some pretty good hits, even a little bit of damage onto Pugsy as well. And maybe Wubz playing a little too conservative. Blue team kind of trying to put that pressure on to the teammate because Wubz doesn't want to approach.
You can kind of see the energy shifting a little bit here. The blue team was finding much more hits. Feels like they're playing with a little bit more confidence. It's actually exactly what they're doing right now.
Wubz barely dodging that Sig. I did not think that he was going to survive. Okay.
Going for that sword neutral Sig to try and catch him jumping out of the way, maybe from Zen. But a few times we've seen, actually, I'm kind of surprised it's the first one we've seen from Val so far. Val doesn't really need to go for it. We're going to double up on him, actually. We're going to catch that end Sig we were looking for from Val. We're also going to get Zen closing it out on the right. You could see the way that they were playing was starting to shift a little bit in that last stock. You talked about how Wubz was kind of hanging back a bit while they were just jumping Pugsy.
Right.
Give an opportunity for that to kind of pick up, and all of a sudden, you start feeling good, and they were able to end up taking the match.
Yeah, and I mean, the same thing can happen sort of in reverse for red team in that spot, where they feel like they have to make a play. And we saw one of the Sigs whiff over on the right side, I believe, and then, just a wonderful capitalization from Zen as well, and some really good team play throughout from blue team.
We're going into game number 3 here with Zen and Walshy currently up. Pugsy and Wubz, they've gotten down to the end. Wubz almost making that attempt at that clutch comeback in the game number 1. And now everything from this point forward, they've been able to get the damage on, but they haven't been able to finish the job. They have to do it this time.
Right, it definitely took, getting blue team to sort of that stray hit territory, as you referenced, and just killing with, I don't know, recoveries or what have you. Stray hits, if you will. Nothing too wild, but it's, it's definitely pretty tough. Blue team is just playing so well together. They just have such a nice synergy going.
And simplicity is key against a team like the red team, because if you overextend too much, you get blown up. And also, if they drop their combos, well, then you're in a good position to stop their miss, but they were able to get Zen in the middle of it.
Yeah, really nice pickup right there. Still playing some good neutral right now. Walshy, a little bit of damage, but, red team's got a lot of damage as well. So they can try and capitalize, but Walshy going down and Zen kind of on the back foot as well. Pugsy still attacking some damage.
Yeah, if there was ever a time for the red team to get that stock tank play from Pugsy, this is the time. They get a trade-off, luckily, over there from that recovery in that ground pound, because that was very much Pugsy stock ready to go, but it was borrowed time, as it's going to be Wubz who sends him packing.
Ooh, and Wubz, really good idea to get off the ledge right there. Just kind of wait for the teammate to get back, and then start swinging and tacking on that damage. Really good knockback here, too. Red team looking to try and, I don't know, force some sort of situation here, whether it's the 2v1 or the ledge guard.
They just need to get a KO soon. I like the attempt at the charge. We haven't really seen that yet, but there was no one to be found. Wubz swinging kind of big. I feel like the option is just to find that stomp there, but I think that Pugsy was there to line up for it. Didn't get it. Doesn't matter, though. They still end up getting Walshy. Can they get rid of Zen, too? Zen, good defense, getting that Sair to get back onto the wall.
Oh, wow. An amazing pickup from Walshy as well. It went from a red team edge guard, ended up as a blue team stock. Really nice reversal.
Pugsy trying to do his best to get rid of Zen, maybe, but Zen is just refusing to let that happen. The cannon covering so much range. Good job sending back. That's going to be about 4 hits. It does get stopped.
Oh, and another big hit from Zen. We've seen so many wonderful conversions from the cannon with the teammate, but Zen is just making it happen. A one-man army.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Zen going off stage, almost getting the closeout on the Wubz all by himself. Now Pugsy has to do his best to separate them. They need to get rid of Walshy. That's their one big play here, because Walshy has taken a decent amount of damage. Right. Here's the side air. If they get rid of Walshy, all of a sudden, this is a much more doable game.
So tough, though. Walshy with the gauntlets, definitely a force to be reckoned with, and they did not want to reckon, you know, at all, basically. They're just letting Walshy let it rock center stage. Back to these two 1v1s, but Zen with a huge pickup.
That was such a good message sent. Walshy was refusing to get in the middle of any of it. Like, I'm gonna let Zen go get rid of Wubz. Once that's happened, now I'll come back. And what are you gonna do about it? Well, you have to fight the 2v1 now.
Right, and you can't make pretty much any mistake. Honestly, even some of the right choices can lead to some big punishes from blue team. And what a recovery, option coverage, good stuff from Walshy to keep the score going in blue team's favor.
A big pickup there from Walshy. As soon as you saw that end light catch that jump off the ledge from Pugsy, it's pretty much just follow him. You don't really need to do anything crazy. You just follow him back to the stage. He's already burned a resource.